Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Westgate band?
Hey guys, Merry Christmas!
Hello everyone, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and what a privilege it is, an honor it is to worship with you guys.
I just wanted to, talk about some of the team members of the church, and some good moments and some things that really stood out to me.
Mr. Ford, my goodness. I'm going to try to keep this to this year and how thankful I am for you. You are such an amazing vocalist with preparing the Emmanuel song, which you absolutely killed. And then also the fact that you have just been very transparent in your green room prayers, which I'm so thankful for. I'm so thankful that as our associate pastor that you are setting that example for us to be transparent with where we are and what we're struggling with. And then lastly, I just want to say thank you for singing in my wedding. You know, that's crazy that you did that. That's something I'll never forget. So I just wanted to say thank you for all that you do. I love you.
Dono, sir. I love when you're on stage. I love seeing the growth in you. You have grown so much since you first came on the team. Like, you have become more and more talented each Sunday. And I just love your heart for what you do. I love your heart playing drums. I love your heart doing sound. You make us sound super great. And I love your heart for your family. Like, you're like a family guy. And I love that. I didn't grow up surrounded by that. So to see that and to hear about that and to hear about like the things that you do with your kids and like spending time with your wife, getting tattoos together and all that stuff. Like, I love that. I love that so much. I'm super grateful for you. I'm so like happy that I get to lead worship with you. You're so awesome, and I hope you and your family have a very, very Merry Christmas.
My first one is Keith Sullivan. A lot of you guys may not know, but he's kind of one of those guys that can get it done. He can play the guitar. We found out, oh, you can play the guitar, that's awesome. He offered to play, and then he played every Sunday for months and months and months and months. And then, you may not know this, but he ran AV for us for a long time, and he did awesome. And this was back in the days, you guys, when we would shout back and forth from the stage to the sound booth, and he would come running down and he'd play a little bit, and then he would go running back up and fix whatever issue we might be having that day. So those days were fun, and I'm so grateful that we had him each and every one of those Sundays. But most of all, he was just so laid back, and it was always like, sure, no problem, and he was just a joy to hang out with. Megan and Keith are good friends of mine, so what a blessing they are.
Funny story about Rachel that we had just a few weeks ago. And just a really good example of how energetic she is and how she comes in ready to go early, 8 a.m. in the morning. We played a joke on her a few weeks ago. She had a really tall mic stand at her spot, and so we decided to be funny. So we raised it up even more. So it was like 10 feet in the air was the height of her mic. And then we just left it there. So she walked in, immediately noticed the mic stand, and she's like, that's mine, isn't it? But it was great. She's full of energy, and so she jumped right in, teasing and joking with everybody, just fully ready to go at 8 a.m. on a Sunday morning, which is awesome.
So excited for this opportunity to say Merry Christmas. Can't wait to next year where we actually get to connect and hang out. But I want to thank each and every one of you for how welcome you've made me feel. Man, Jasmine and Josh and Adrian, man, thank you for, how cool you made tryouts. And I mean, you've made me feel like family from day one. And Keith Knowles, man, thank you for the time that you've spent with my family, loving on us and encouraging us to get connected at Westgate. I wouldn't even be a part of the band if it wasn't for you and your encouragement and loving on my husband, loving on me. You guys have just made us feel so phenomenal.
Mr. Ozzy, I'm so thankful for you being on the team and your willingness to serve and set things up and help straighten things out in whatever way that we need to make it happen. But I remember one Sunday when we were training you on how to communicate with the speaker on stage with the use of the confidence monitor behind us. And we had accidentally left in the phrase tornado warning, and it was you that was responsible for yelling out back to Dad, no sir, we do not have a tornado warning. And I was just so thankful. I was like, I'm glad that it was Ozzy back there. Just you were there, you were doing it, you were engaged. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for doing that. I also remember one time when we were working on lights at my old house, and we were downstairs, and you said, I'm just going to be really transparent, and you told me about some things that you saw that we could maybe do better. So man, I'm so grateful for your willingness to serve and your willingness to be transparent. I'm so glad that you're on our team. Love you.
So first I want to talk about Ryan. Ryan, sup dude, you're awesome. I want to talk about how, like, in the green room, he would always encourage us while we're doing, like, prayer requests, or we're, like, just talking about how we feel. He'd give us advice and stuff, and I just appreciate that. He's that wise person. He always says that he's like, I'm the oldest, so let me just give you advice. And I'm like, it works because we need it. We need the advice. So I don't think I've ever said that to him before, but we appreciate you. I appreciate you, Ryan. You're a G. You're awesome.
Huge shout out to Alyssa, who always makes sure we have everything we need, whether it's water, especially cable, anything. She's just always doing little things behind the scenes. A lot of things go unnoticed, but we all know that Alyssa does an incredible job at supporting all of us.
Yeah, Nia. I wanted to make a video for you telling you how much you are such a joy in my life. I think my favorite memory with you is like when we had that conversation at the church after recording all of those, recording that church video thing. And you were just super transparent, and like I just remember that conversation and like the conversation from weeks before that, when we stayed after church. It was before we had gone to play volleyball with everybody, and we just sat there and talked about like our struggles and everything like that. And I won't ever forget those moments, and I hope those moments don't ever go away as we keep growing up and stuff. And I'm super happy that you joined the worship team. You are definitely an essential person on the stage, and I love when we're leading on stage together. You're just such an awesome person, and I love you. And just hope you and your family have a very Merry Christmas.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to talk about some of the team members of the church, and some good moments and some things that really stood out to me. For instance, recently Luke reached out to me right in the midst of exam week and gave me an uplifting message that really helped me quite a bit, and I was very thankful for that.
My name is Ben August. I have not been on this team very long, so I have not met everyone, but I will say there is a good bit of people who have encouraged me. One person would be Stuart. Stuart was the first person I actually met, one of the few people that I met when I first came to Westgate, and he's been very encouraging to me over the last few months of becoming a new dad, and he's prayed for me. He's just been very encouraging and been a good friend to me so far since I've been at Westgate, and that's been a lot. I will say Jasmine, Adrian, and Joshua, during auditions, y'all were awesome. Y'all were so encouraging, wanted me to sound and do good, and just very encouraging to know that the real ultimate purpose is to lead people to Jesus, and that's the ultimate goal, and that's very encouraging to me. Another few people would be Luke and Caitlin. They were very encouraging to me the first time I did observations and the first time I was actually on platform. In rehearsal, they were very encouraging to me, complimenting me, and it's just been great getting to know the people that I've met. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, and hope to get to see y'all soon.
Hey, what's going on? Donald Rose here. I got my Westgate hoodie on. He's a bomb, for real. But wanted to drop by and basically say thank you to, Adrian, Joshua, Luke, Jazz, just giving me the boost of confidence, the inspiration. I know I started with audio and then, kind of moved over to the drums, but really wanted to thank you guys for really giving me the push and giving me the confidence and say, hey, you can do this. And because it was a struggle for me, and it still kind of is, and I'm trying to, do my best, of course. So, Ryan, Jazz, you guys are incredible on the drums. Pete, incredible on the drums, but love you guys. Pete, you're new with us, and definitely has given me the boost of confidence as well, and that inspiration. So that's why I love you guys, seriously.
LA, notice I didn't say Miss LA or Mrs. LA or anything like that. Yep, I'm doing better. I'm telling you, I'm working on it. Okay? Working on it. I'm so thankful that you are on our team. So thankful for your heart to serve, for your humor, for the passion that you really do bring to the stage, for your heart of thankfulness. I remember you saying in one green room that this does feel like home. And so I'm so grateful that this place does feel like home. We're so thankful to have you in our family. We love you so much. We're praying for you. So thankful for you being on the team.
Something that I've noticed about Maddie that I've thought about a lot recently, and that I also want to continue to encourage her on, is just her growth, I think, as a person, and also like in her walk with God. Over the last couple of years of becoming her friend and getting to know her more and more, I just see the progress that she has made, and I'm really excited to see the progress that she continues to make with, serving on the worship team, and also like with youth. But it's just really exciting to see the progress that she's made and what she's going to continue to make.
The next one is Miss Katia. I have so enjoyed every single time that I have gotten to sing with her. First of all, she's amazing, right? Her talent it blows me away. But we would always have a little fun behind the scenes. We'd have our little spiritual interlude, dance interludes. And sometimes we would even throw in a little bit of our southern roots and some hymns into the songs while we were in practice. And we always had a great time, and I really enjoy serving with her.
Caitlin, I wanted to send you a video telling you how much I love you. You're literally such a dope freaking person. I don't really have a favorite. Okay, no. A memory with you that I don't ever forget is when we were at a youth Sunday practice, and it was like you, me, Maddie, Esme, Savannah, bro, and you did the thing where you sounded like the car siren. Yo, I think about that all the time, and I show that to my kids, and they're like, oh my gosh, Miss Jasmine, please stop. Such a random memory, but I love, really, truly, call it as it is, like doing life with you. I didn't know you for like the beginning part of my life, but like I feel like we kind of grew up together in a sense. It's only been like 4 years. I don't even know how long it's been. I'm so old. But just in that time, you have grown so much. As a worship leader, you're a lot more like open, and I just love watching you worship and listening to you worship. But just like spiritually, your spiritual growth is a very inspiring thing, especially recently. You're just so on fire for God, and I love hearing you lead small group. I love hearing you like lead us, like wanting to be intentional about coming together as young women to, you know, either read the Bible or to just play catch up. And just, I love your heart. I love you. That's really all I can say. And I really appreciate you. I hope you and your family have a very Merry Christmas, and I love you, girl. Bye.
I wanted to just give a few quick stories about some different people and memories from 2020. So the first one is a shout out to Helen and Jamal back in the sound booth. They have been back there almost every week this year, serving, either running lyrics or running the cameras. They have come in when they're not supposed to serve and been willing to help out. They've come early just to make sure everything's okay. Helen learned pretty much how to run everything for the first time this year in the middle of everything changing during COVID. Jamal learned how to run 2 or 3 different versions of ProPresenter as we updated things and changed to live streaming.
EJ, man, what a phenomenal job you do back there in the booth. I appreciate that. How much you make us sound good. You can make us sound bad, or you can make us sound good, and you make us sound phenomenal, sir. So I appreciate that.
Kiki, I love you so much. I'm so thankful for you being on this team, serving in 2 sections of the team, both on stage and, behind the computer screen. I'm so thankful for your willingness to jump in and help in any way you can. And I know that school being crazy, and stuff going on, that you're still willing to serve in just any way that you can. And I always love getting me a Kiki hug every week. So thank you so much for being on the team, Kiki. I love you so much.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you to Joshua and the leadership for just putting this together. I think it's a great way that we can show encouragement to each other. So first I just want to talk about Robbie, Mr. Dill, the man, coming up in here with these bowler shoes and these fancy hats and whatever else vests, and his style is just amazing. And then not only is his style his own thing, but he comes in here with these bass slides, ooh, like this. Oh, so nice. I can only try to replicate it, and it's just, man, it's a blessing. Robbie, thank you for being so servant-minded, such a heart of worship. You're awesome, man. Love you, bro.
I mean, there are a couple of guys in the back that I could not pass up the opportunity to talk about because, you know, I can't pass up this opportunity to brag on the fact that 2 of the best looking guys on the worship team, you know, 2 of the best looking guys in this group belong to me. So some of you may not know, you know, that Heath and EJ help run sound and, different things. I think maybe the lyrics and things like that too. But, and you know that Heath really knows a lot about a lot of things. But what you may not know, some of you, is that he has an absolutely beautiful voice. And he plays really beautifully as well. He plays the piano.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about 2 people that I'm thankful for today, and that is Joshua and Alyssa. I am so stinking thankful for the both of you. I think this was a crazy year for a lot of people. It was, but somehow you managed to be in seminary, get married. Alyssa, you have a job while also leading the worship team through how we're going to deal with worship leading in the middle of not being able to gather in person. And the fact that you both were able to step up to the plate and still fulfill your roles in the worship team and just in the church in general while doing premarital counseling, putting together an entire wedding, being in school, having a job, and figuring out your own personal life, I think is one of the most selfless things I've ever seen done by a couple in my life. Your ability to put down your own personal needs and your own personal things around other people because you care for them and you want to make them a priority. Just your selfless hearts and your willingness to serve. It was just, amazing. And you guys are both great musicians. You guys both add so much to the worship team. But it is really your hearts that shone the biggest this year. And it's just, you guys reflect Jesus so well. And he really did this year, especially with everything that was going on. And just like the little things, like Alyssa always has a water for me. Every morning I see a little water by my stand, and it makes me really happy because I am irresponsible and I always forget to bring water. And then Joshua, just with your leadership in the green room, with your consistency and asking the same questions every time because you know it's important and we all know it's important, but just holding us accountable to that standard of you guys really need to remember this, I think is awesome. And so I'm thankful for both of your hearts. I'm thankful for your consistency. I'm thankful for the example of servant leadership you both set, and I love you guys, and I'm so thankful that you're a part of this team. Something that Jamal does that makes me laugh every single time that we see each other is usually I ask him about his outfit, and he might ask me about mine, but we always have this weird moment of showing each other our outfits and where we got it, and just complimenting each other, and that just makes my day sometimes. Sometimes you just need a compliment, and I feel like Jamal is the type of person to do that, especially about your outfit.
Trevor, I remember one time when you came in, and it was just a really busy week for you up at Georgia Tech, and in the green room before service was starting, I walked in and you were laying back and you had your eyes closed and your mouth open and you were almost asleep, and you told us that you wouldn't actually go to sleep but that you were just trying to rest, and you didn't, but that was pretty funny that even in the middle of something really difficult you were still willing to come in and serve, and you did well that day, but even in the middle of exhaustion you still served, which was really cool.
Hey Ben, I wanted to make this video for you and tell you how much I appreciate you wanting to be a part of the worship team. We haven't really spent a lot of time together, but for 2021 I'm super excited to do that and get to know you and what's going on in here, what's going on in your heart and everything. And I just love your fire for God. And I hope that, you and your family have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And the new year will be spending more time with you and spending more time on the stage with you. I'm excited for that as well, and to see your growth. So yeah, I love you, dude, and I hope you and your family have a very, very Merry Christmas.
Then I want to talk about Faith. This is not when I'm on stage. This is when she's doing her thing on the piano, and I just won't ever forget this one moment. She does this every Sunday or every time she is on the piano, but this one Sunday she was just jamming. She was going in. She was dancing and just praising, and it was just really nice to watch her just worship freely like that. I usually watch her because it's nice. It makes me feel good watching her worship and praise and stuff.
Mr. Danny, I'm so thankful for you being on the team. A few quick things about you that I'm thankful for. One is I remember you walked in on one Sunday and Adrian had to just pull you in and say, hey, can you help in the sound booth? And you were there. You walked right back up into the sound booth and you started helping. Turns out that you didn't have to be back there for the whole time. We were able to work some stuff out, but man, you were there. You were gonna be back there. Another thing is that you brought audio equipment. You brought radio equipment to our outdoor service, even though that was hot and we all got sunburned. You had everything set up and you had everything ready to go. So I'm very thankful for that. And then another thing is when everything was going crazy, and right when everything started hitting with COVID, you gave me a call and he's like, hey, I've used this sort of equipment before. Let me know if there's any way I can help. Let me know if you need help deciding what kind of switchers or cameras to get, stuff like that. And so it just meant a lot that you were willing to reach out and make sure that I was taken care of. So thank you so much. I love you.
And then there's just a little symbol of, some of the thoughtfulness of our team members. Brandy, she gave me this little ornament that we've been putting on our tree since 2014. And, just it's a really cool reminder of some of the special people we have at the church and the family that we have there. So.
Jasmine, wow. So we know that she's like, I don't even have words. She's so talented. I'm a little jelly, but I'm gonna deal with that with Jesus. But even more than every single bit of that talent, her heart for worship and her ability to connect people's hearts to the heart of God, man, it blesses me. I love to be in the room every single time she leads worship. She is precious, precious to me.
Adrienne, there are so many wonderful things that I could say about you in terms of our personal relationship, but just in terms of how awesome that you are on band. I constantly see your humility, your desire to grow, your desire to really impact people, and to be a leader. There have been some Sundays where you've had to run back to the sound booth and fix some things, but I love your heart to serve and to just help out in any way that you can. So, love you, buddy.
And then last, I want to talk about Pete Calhoun, ladies and gentlemen. What a guy. I'm so thankful that he is with us and willing to commit so much time to helping lead our group and serving in such an intentional way. So I just wanted to say thank you for all the different ways that he is wanting to encourage us, wanting to pastor us, wanting to be there for us. You're awesome, man.
Really appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. I couldn't ask for a better group of people. I'd like to say that we're a pretty great team. So yeah, thank you for everything, guys. And Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
But one thing that I've noticed that is absolutely a common thread throughout is that each of you guys have such a heart of willingness and servanthood that no matter how many times you've been asked, you have that attitude of we get to do this. And it's such a blessing to get to serve with each and every one of you. It's been my honor to do so.
Merry Christmas, Praise Team members. I just wanted to let you guys know what a blessing that you were to our church every single week. I'll have people come up to me at different times throughout the week and let me know how that a song touched them, blessed them. We say all the time around here that we're people of the presence. You guys hear that every single week here at Westgate, and you guys make that possible, bringing people in, ushering them in to the presence of God. I will enter his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise, and you guys fulfill that every single week here. Break down walls and barriers, make people vulnerable before the presence of God. Just one moment in God's presence can change someone's life forever. And more than any words that I could say to them, you guys bringing them in to his presence makes eternal difference in the lives of people. And I just want to encourage you on this holiday season, how thankful that we are for you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Merry Christmas for you and your family. God bless you guys.
So to close it out, I want to say thank you. I love you all, and I hope you have a very Merry Christmas.
It's never going to be a boring Sunday when Ryan is playing drums. Always full of energy, knows his stuff, comes in, Broke String Girl, just going hammering in on that snare.
And as far as funny moments, Joshua Terry, your daddy said for you not to be looking crazy at people and they need to fit in. And Sunday you were looking at my orange tie-dye socks. You were so worried that that's what I was going to wear on stage. Oh, God, that was hilarious. If you would have saw your face. Baby, you double-checked, triple-checked my socks so many times. And then the relief when you saw my shoes sitting in the audience. Love it. I needed to video that so your daddy could see how you were judging me. But love you guys. Y'all are awesome.
Big ol' Uncle Keith, my man, just makes me happy. Just seeing him just tear up those keys. It's kind of like watching a Bob Ross video. How you just feel this sense of peace. And at the end, you know that you got to experience a masterpiece being made.
He comes in here with these bass slides, like this. Oh, so nice.
So for as long as I've known Joshua, he's always gone out of his way to be super respectful. And, I know he was raised to be respectful of his elders, and I'm all about it. But sometimes it seemed a little formal. So one morning he shows up to practice, and he is just he was kind of strutting around and maybe sticking his chest out, and he was just kind of letting everybody know that I think maybe the next day he was going to turn 18. So he was trying to get my attention during practice, and he looks over and he says, "Katia." So just with a straight face, I looked at him and I said, "That's Madam Katia to you. You're not 18 yet." And I really think he thought I was serious. So henceforth I shall be known as Madame Katia.
One funny story about Jamal, the first week that we were officially live streaming and we weren't sure how it was going to go, he and I were sitting in the sound booth, and right before it was like 10:29, so service was about to fire, we were going to make sure the live stream worked. All of a sudden we're all nervous back there, all tensed up, and Jamal just says very calmly, he says, "I'm feeling a little rumbly in my tummy." And we all just cracked up because we were nervous too, and so it just really helped the whole group back in the back to just laugh and be able to enjoy and relax going into service and really enjoy worshiping Jesus together.
But I just wanted to point out one thing before too. So if you zoom in right here, if you can see this, you hear that? Yeah, that still sounds better than the snare that we have at church. I just wanted to make sure, we covered that in the message. But I'm thankful that we have a snare at church. So,
True that.
All right. And Merry Christmas to everybody. We love Westgate, and thank you very much.